And staying in Washington, the conflict between the executive and judiciary branches appears to be escalating day by day. In a rare move, the Chief Justice of the Supreme Court, John Roberts, issued a statement publicly rebuking President Donald Trump. Roberts' remarks were in response to President Trump's call to impeach a judge who ruled against his deportation plans.
For more than 2 centuries, it has been established that impeachment is not an appropriate response to disagreement concerning a judicial decision. The normal appellate review process exists for that purpose.
The Chief Justice's statement came hours after a post by Donald Trump on his social media platform, Truth Social. In his post, the Commander-in-Chief ranted against U.S. District Judge James Boasberg, calling him an unelected troublemaker and agitator. This after Boasberg issued an order blocking the deportation of alleged members of a Venezuelan gang to El Salvador.
This radical left lunatic of a judge, a troublemaker and agitator who was sadly appointed by Barack Hussein Obama, was not elected president. He didn't win the popular vote, by a lot. He didn't win all 7 swing states. He didn't win 2,750 to 525 counties. He didn't win anything. I won for many reasons in an overwhelming mandate, but fighting illegal immigration may have been the #1 reason for this historic victory. I'm just doing what the voters wanted me to do. This judge, like many of the crooked judges I am forced to appear before, should be impeached. We don't want vicious, violent, and demented criminals, many of them deranged murderers in our country. Make America great again.
Boasberg's ruling on Monday blocked President Trump's executive order, which invoked the 18th Century Alien Enemies Act. The federal judge also ordered the deportation flights that were already mid-air to turn around and return to the United States. However, despite the court's directive, the Trump administration sent over 250 alleged Venezuelan gang members to a prison in El Salvador. In a later hearing, Judge Boasberg questioned the Trump administration lawyers about why the flights had not returned to the U.S. Justifying its ignorance, the White House said federal courts have no jurisdiction over a president conducting foreign affairs. President Trump's team also filed a motion demanding the removal of Judge Boasberg from the case.
This administration acted within the confines of the law, again, within the president's constitutional authority and under the authority granted to him under the Alien Enemies Act. We are quite confident in that, and we are wholly confident that we are going to win this case in court. All of the planes that were subject to the written order, the judge's written order, took off before the order was entered in the courtroom on Saturday.
Meanwhile, Donald Trump has responded to John Roberts' comments, saying the Chief Justice didn't mention his name and could be referring to other people. President Trump's ongoing fights with the federal courts do not end there, however. On Tuesday, a U.S. district judge blocked President Trump's executive order banning transgender people from serving in the U.S. military. And in another setback, a court ruled that Elon Musk-led Department of Government Efficiency, or DOGE, can't make future cuts to U.S. aid as it is likely unconstitutional. Moreover, the Trump administration is now set to rehire about 25,000 probationary workers to comply with last week's court orders.
Do you think that Ukraine is at its weakest position?
This war is not about Ukraine.
Do you believe that your president was insulted? Yes or no question. Is Ukraine prepared to pay the price for that peace?
No compromises at the cost of territorial integrity and sovereignty.
Diplomacy will work?
Yes.
Do you think Russia will give up the territory if there is no ceasefire? Do you propose to keep fighting?
We are ready to resist.
Do you think there will be peace?
Many countries gave us 3 days.
President Trump said you don't have any cards.
We do not have another choice.
How do you keep fighting?
You ask me once again the same question.
Because you've not answered my question.
We have enough capacities to keep fighting.